Bed-Stuy that has seen its own fair share of bullets flying. We're one of those blocks that showed up in the news a whole lot last summer, and unfortunately recently. What do you say to the elders, to the young people in the community who say, but Ms. Hudson, we actually do need some police presence because I don't feel safe from some of the elements within my own community, whom I love and I understand and respect, but yet who are engaged in behaviors that do not lead us to being more safe as a community?
Absolutely, and I always appreciate that question and the perspective because it's real, right? And there are so many of us who do feel unsafe in our communities. I think what we need to focus on is the root causes of so many of the issues that lead to gun violence, right? And that's not to say that we're not also addressing the symptoms, but if we don't address the root cause, which is, again, lack of access to so many various opportunities, to social services, to after-school programming, then we'll never really address the symptoms. And so with that, we've had proven records or proven reports of the ways in which peer violence programs and organizations bring community safety, eliminate gun violence. Those are proven ways and proven methods that we've used and that we have invested in, but we have not invested in enough. So instead of adding to a bloated police budget, I think that we should be adding to community-centered solutions to community violence and to violent crimes and gun violence in particular. So that means, working with organizations like Crown Heights SOS, like GMAC. There are other ones across the city, Queensbridge 696, and a whole host of other organizations that are specifically bringing community validators, violence interrupters, to address gun violence, and they've worked, and we know that they've worked, and that's also addressing gun violence as the health issue that it is. And so I think what we need to do is we need to invest in those organizations that we know have proven results. And so the answer is not always police. Also, reallocating funds from the police department does not mean that we are removing every single police officer from our streets tomorrow. That's just not what it means. And so I think